Diburei Emuna Chelek Gimel Daf Chof Hey. And he said in the Maaseh it was a big pliya by him, it's a big wonderment by him. What is this? Once I'm here and once I'm there, once I'm here, once I'm there. And he wanted to tell it to people, but how can you tell it to people? Such a wonderment, something that is impossible to believe. Because that's the way it is. When a person comes closer to the derech of Rabbeinu and start tasting the great moments, the real elevated moments, and he starts to get a little bit of a fire, a bren in Avodas Hashem. So really is better this, he goes to Nachlas Chen, the sphere Saimer over there, and he comes, he wants to, to put the entire world on fire. If he speaks about it from the people in the in the room, just normal people, even with those, even with the Breslovers, even those that are under the Tzaddik's flag, if you talk about, with regular people, with Breslovers, they'll understand you because they went through the same thing themselves, and they'll be mechazik him, and they will enlighten him how to behave in the days where things are going well, in the days of fullness, Yemei Asava. And they'll teach you at that time how to prepare yourself for the days of hunger, for the lean years, how to behave when you will get to those times that are unbedingt will have to come, that are inevitable to come after that high times. But when you talk to people who never tasted the light of the tzaddik, they'll laugh at you. They'll laugh at you. You're a joke by them. They don't have a clue what you're talking about. As far as I'm concerned, you're a lunatic. You're just a lunatic. This is Breslov Meises, Shine, another one, with orot, with lights. You see lights. Until yesterday, you used to play matkot on the beach, back and forth with matkot, with paddleball on the beach, and suddenly talks about lights. Who the heck is he? Bolvan, that just yesterday came about, and now you're talking about lights. Who the heck? They will never understand. Why? Because they never experienced it on their own. There are certain things that you and me experience as Breslovers that even big tzaddikim do not experience. I remember Blazer Shloim Meshik told me, I heard him, he didn't tell me personally, but I heard it years ago, that there was a Rebbe, that a father was a chassid, took his son, his son was becoming a Breslover, and the father, to his father's great consternation, as they say in Spanish, ay caramba, whoa, consternation. So he took him to his Rebbe, and he says, my son is given a Breslover. My son became a Breslover. What do we do with him? So the Rebbe said, so the Rebbe asks, what do you do? So he says, I talk to Kodesh Baruch Hu. So this Rebbe asked him, and does he answer you? Can you imagine Rebbe saying, does he answer you? So the Baruch asked the Rebbe, does he answer you?
Wow.
So the Rebbe says to the father, Kol be'elo yeshiva, that's it. He's a lost case. The Red Nazai, that the Rebbe, this Rebbe was speaking apikosis. Pushed apikosis. Yeah, it was chutzpah what he answered him, but it was totally to the zach. Does he answer you? Why wouldn't he answer me?
Why are you different than me?
No, it doesn't matter. Even if you're different than me, you're better than me. Beseder. Karov Hashem l'chol korav. Kodesh Baruch is close to all those who call him. L'chol shikru be'emes. I heard from a chassid of a chassidus that is really persecuting Breslov, that he said in first that Kodesh Baruch Hu doesn't hear our tefillas. Flat out. Why? He had a fruit teretz. Because l'chol asher k'ru b'yemes. HaKadosh Baruch Hu answers only to those who call him with truth. You call HaKadosh Baruch Hu with yemes. You really call HaKadosh Baruch Hu without machshavas zudas. You call HaKadosh Baruch Hu with truth. The tzaddikim, they call HaKadosh Baruch Hu with truth. He answered them. But us, being it. So I said, but what do you do with the first part of the pasuk? It says, Kol Hashem l'chol kara. The Baruch is close to all those that call him. His reaction was, Haknish in China.
It's the chavek.
Down. I got my mind made up. Don't confuse me with the facts. Don't. Haknish in China. The Rebbe said pshat on this pasuk. Take, it's a stira between the first part and the second part. Hashem is close to all those who call him, and then it says to all those who call him in truth. So it says every person has parts of his tefillah in which he asks b'emes, and a certain parts in which his mind wanders. Because Baruch Hu answers everybody, but what does he answer to? He answers to the part that you call b'emes. There's karov Hashem l'chol karav. He's close to all those who call him. But what does he answer? L'chol asher k'ru b'emes, to everything that they actually call him. Honestly, that is what he answers to. But to everybody. But them it's meaning the Kol Asher K'ru b'emes, only those, the rabbi was born an alien, he was born, I don't want to use too harsh words, just going for the video, I'm sorry, goodbye.